But
You guys want to start with the Saints?
wait, I need to intro the video. What?
What's up?
YouTube, it's Onion Bum here on Ascent Sports, and welcome back to our NFL football team predictions. As you can clearly hear, the gang's all here. Isaiah, Jimmy, Steven, and we are moving on to the NFC South, predicting those teams. We got the Saints, the Falcons, the Buccaneers, and the Panthers. We just did the NFC North. You can check out that video, and we did the entire AFC. Sorry, you can check all those out. And now we're doing the NFC South teams. So yes, without further ado, let's get right into it, guys.
Let's do it.
The Saints. Okay, so my Saints record is pretty good. We have the Buccaneers. We have them winning against the Buccaneers, winning against the Raiders, beating the Packers, beating the Lions, beating the Chargers, bye week beating the Panthers, and beating the Bears. So definitely hefty win streak. But then losing 1 to the Buccaneers, and losing to the 49ers, then beating the Falcons, then beating the Broncos, then losing to the Falcons, then beating the Eagles, beating the Chiefs, beating the Vikings, and beating the Panthers, finishing with a very, very good 13-3.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay. Sorry, what were you?
Okay.
we're all weird. Sorry. So I have them starting off being the Bucks, being the Raiders, being the Packers, being the Lions, being the Chargers, beating the Panthers, beating the Bears on an 8-game win streak, and then finally falling to the Bucks at the Bucks home. Then I have them picking up again, being the 49ers, being the Falcons, but then losing to the Broncos, being the Falcons, losing to the Eagles, and then finishing off the season with a 3-game win streak, beating the Chiefs, beating the Vikings, beating the Panthers at a great record of 13-3.
Okay.
Just think they're a really solid team, and if anything, they got better than last year. So,
They got Emmanuel Sanders on top of
Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
they
good.
got their long-term replacement quarterback at Jameis Winston. So
The Saints are going to start out beating the Bucks, beating the Raiders, beating the Packers, beating the Lions, beating the Chargers, beating the Panthers, and then getting their first loss against the Bears, and then the Buccaneers are going to lose, then picking it back up against the 49ers, beating them, beating the Falcons, losing to the Broncos, losing to the Falcons, beating the Eagles, losing to the Chiefs, and then beating the Vikings and beating the Panthers, giving them a 12-4 record.
Okay.
Time for Jimmy to fuck this whole thing up. I'm going 1-15.
So,
They got rid of
being
Teddy
dead ass
Bridgewater.
while doing it.
okay, so I have being the Bucks right off the bat at home, and I can't wait for the ESPN. Oh, is it ESPN? Stephen A. Smith is on. I don't know. I can't wait for Stephen A. Smith to come on and be like, "Yo, Tom Brady is washed. He's
Nah, it's gonna be
done."
Max.
Max got
Straight off the cliff.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be everyone in existence. Like Tom Brady's gonna take this first L, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna be like, no, this isn't working. This isn't working.
Panic button. All right. But after that, they're gonna win all the games until they're gonna lose to the Bucks. They're gonna lose to the 49ers. So they're gonna have back-to-back losses. But for the rest of the season, they're gonna win for a record of 14-2.
Oh, okay. So he's
Wow.
doing great. Okay, I was expecting like 10-6 or something like 9-7.
I was
Nah.
9-7.
Okay.
What
Alright,
team
look-
next?
Let's move on to the all hyped up Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Ooh.
All right. So I'm gonna start off. So they're gonna lose to the Saints. Tom Brady's gonna hit the panic button. Everyone's gonna cry about it. But afterwards, they're gonna win all the games. Literally all the games. The Panthers, Broncos, Chargers, Bears, Packers, Raiders, Giants, Saints, Panthers. Gonna win all those games. But lose to the Rams. Upset City. They're gonna beat the Chiefs and beat the Vikings, beat the Falcons, beat the Lions, and beat the Falcons again
Jeez.
for a record of 14-2.
Four.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
tie.
Wow.
2 teams in the same division. Jeepers.
Wow, that
Yeah.
that is pretty bold. Okay, I thought you were gonna have them at like 15-1 when you said
Yeah, so
all
did
the
I.
games. I was like, wow. I mean, maybe, but
Uh,
jeez. Okay.
I actually gave them like more wins than I wanted to because fuck Tom Brady. But like just when I was doing it, that's how it worked out. So week one, I have them losing to the Saints and then beating the Panthers, beating the Broncos, beating the...
I'm sorry.
Alright, well, I get this out.
You're a clown, bro.
I'm sorry.
The way you
What?
said-
I don't know. I just hit a funny bone for me.
All right, so I have them losing to the Saints week one, beating the Panthers, beating the Broncos, beating the Chargers, and then losing to the Bears because fuck Tom Brady, and then beating the Packers, beating the Raiders, beating the... Brenden, help me. Is that the Giants?
Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the Giants.
All right,
I
beating the
usually
Giants.
follow along, but that time I wasn't.
Beating the Giants, beating the Saints, beating the Panthers, beating the Rams, losing to the Chiefs, beating the Vikings, beating the Falcons, beating the Lions, and then losing to the Falcons at the end of the year, giving them a 13-3 record.
Man, well, I have them doing worse than all you guys. So, I have them starting off losing to the Saints. Then they go on a 5-game win streak, beating the Panthers, beating the Broncos, beating the Chargers, beating the Bears, beating the Packers. But then they lose to the Raiders. They lose to the Giants. But then they beat the Saints. But then they lose to the Panthers. And then they go on... Oh, no, never mind. Because I was going to say a win streak, but they ended up losing. They beat the Rams, but then they lose to the Chiefs. And then they go on a little bit of a win streak. And then they beat the Vikings, beat the Falcons, beat the Lions, beat the Falcons. Finish the season off 11-5.
Did you just say they're gonna lose to the Giants?
Yeah, bro. Well, that's their
Eli
upset
Manning
game.
will be there.
Eli, man.
So that's their upset. Okay, because obviously they can easily lose to the Saints and the Chiefs, and then the Raiders and the Panthers is a division game, so that's up in the air, and the Raiders and Giants. Yeah, those are
Oh,
the Giants are definitely an upset game, and then the Raiders that's an upset game too.
an
Not
upset
much-
game. It's an
Yeah.
upset game. If the Bucks
bro.
lose to the Giants, it's really.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if you're a fucking Buccaneers fan, you're gonna be upset watching that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they give
So-
up both of those back to back. Raiders
But, I
and
mean,
Giants.
11-5, I think, is still
That
pretty
yeah,
solid
that's
this year,
good.
though.
Yeah, but damn.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I wasn't expecting to be in this position, but we'll see. I have them losing week one to the Saints, then beating the Panthers, then losing to the Broncos, then beating the Chargers, and then beating the Bears, then losing to the Packers, then beating the Raiders, Giants, and Saints, but then losing one to the Panthers, beating the Rams, then losing one to the Chiefs. To the Chiefs. After the bye week, they beat the Vikings. They then lose to the Falcons. Then beat the Lions. Then beat the Falcons. I actually have them finishing worst out of all of us at 10-6.
Okay.
This team is very good on offense, of course. They got two good receivers. Of course, Tom Brady and Gronk joined them. But their offensive line's still a little wonky. They addressed in the draft, but it's still a little wonky. Their running game, they shout out to LaShawn McCoy. He got signed for to that team, and also the rookie Keyshawn Van. But still, I think there might be a little bit questions there. D-line, I think, is really good, but their secondary, oof.
I think the Lions suck.
Yo, what? What?
Because he said D-line, and I said I think the Lions
Oh
suck.
my
Yo, you're
god!
the worst.
Yo! Oh my
Oh my
god!
gosh. Fucking shoot me.
Moving
Yeah.
on to the
Panthers are a
Panthers.
hard team for me, honestly, because they can go either way.
But everyone has them doing so bad, and I kind of do too, and I feel
Yeah,
like they
I
could be
have them
doing
doing
better, and they're just in a tough division, tough It's just
They
it's
lost
tough.
Keekly, so I don't really trust the
Dude,
defense right
yeah,
now.
what? He
Yeah, oh yeah,
retired.
forgot about
And
that.
they lost a couple other. Oh, wait, then who was their tight end?
Greg
Did
Olson.
Eagles. They still have them.
He's a
I thought he
Seahawk
was.
now.
Oh,
Oh
is he?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 They lost him. They lost Cam. But yeah, bro, they lost a lot of pieces,
Mhm.
and they got new ownership. Yeah, bro, they're going through a huge change. So
Matt Rule, a new coach. Yeah, this is a
yeah,
transition year, definitely. But if they play their cards right, they can get right back in it if they
and
rebuild
they
correctly.
and they still have McCaffrey. So
They still have that man. Anyway,
yeah.
I have them losing to the Raiders week 1, losing to the Buccaneers, losing to the Chargers. Then I have them beating the Cardinals, then losing to the Falcons, beating the Bears, losing to the Saints, beating the Falcons, losing to the Chiefs, beating the Buccaneers, beating the Lions, losing to the Vikings. Bye week, coming off their bye week, upsetting the Broncos, losing to the Packers, actually getting upset against a football team, and losing to the Saints, finishing 6-10.
Mm,
Hmm.
okay.
And
So
honestly, that's a little better than some people have them.
yeah, well, spoiler, I also have them going 6-10. Um, so starting off, I have them losing to the Raiders, losing to the Bucks, losing to the Chargers, then them beating the Cardinals, then losing to the Falcons, then beating the Bears, losing to the Saints, beating the Falcons, losing to the Chiefs, beating the Bucks, going back and forth here. But then they beat the Lions, losing to the Vikings. They got their bye week, losing to the Broncos, losing to the Packers. But then they beat the Washington football team, and then they finish off the season losing to the Saints with a, like I said, 6-10 record as well. Yeah, like we just discussed, transition year. They lost a lot of pieces. I mean, they gained a couple new ones, but yeah, definitely a huge transition year, and I think it's going to take them a season or two to get back in it. But I mean, like Brenden said, if they play their cards right, could do better, but I don't know. I just don't see it. But potentially next year, though, they could do pretty well. So, yeah.
All right.
Farmington, Washington football team. I still fucking hate that so much.
Dude, I mean, they're going to get named before the season, so.
The Panthers kind of fall into what I was talking about earlier with like I just like had already made other people's records and I don't know, I just always saw them as kind of like a free win. But I think they're definitely like I think they're gonna be better than what I have them. So we got losing to the Raiders, losing to the Bucks, beating the Chargers, losing to the Cardinals, losing to the Falcons, beating the Bears, losing to the Saints, beating the Falcons, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Bucks, beating the Lions, and then finishing out the season all losses: Vikings, Broncos, Packers, the football team, and the Saints all losses, giving them a 4-12 record. Like I said, I think they'll probably do better than 4-12, but I definitely think this team is closer to being bad than good, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree
So
with that.
Yeah,
yeah.
4-12 and 5-11. Those were what I was just seeing on social media, and even I think 3-13 and a couple other places.
All right. For me, I have them losing to the Raiders, losing to the Bucks, beating the Chargers, beating the Cardinals, losing to the Falcons, beating the Bears, losing to the Saints, beating the Falcons. Then they're gonna lose the Chiefs, Bucks, Lions, and Vikings. Then they're gonna have the bye week. They're gonna lose to the Broncos, lose to the Packers, beat the Washington football team, Jesus Christ, and lose to the Saints for a record of 5-11.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
pretty
All right.
consistent.
hmm
For the Falcons, I have them really low because I don't believe in the Falcons. Um, um, so I have them losing to the Seahawks, losing to the Cowboys, beating the Bears, losing to the Packers, beating the Panthers, losing to the Vikings, beating the Lions, losing to the Panthers, beating the Broncos, they have the bye week, losing to the Saints, beating the Raiders, losing to the Saints, beating the Chargers, then lose to the Bucks, Chiefs, and Bucks again for a record of 6-10.
That's a tough way to finish the season.
Yeah.
You got Bucks, Chiefs, Bucks.
That is
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
after
that's a
the
tough
bye
ending.
week, it's awful. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Saints
Saints.
twice,
Wow.
Bucks
Oh
twice,
yeah, they got
Chiefs.
jeez.
After the bye
Yeah,
week, yo,
wait.
it's
Yo,
tough.
Falcons fans are crying after the bye
yeah.
week.
Yo,
Jeez.
imagine if that Raiders or Chargers game was like that Seahawks game. That'd be
Yeah, that'd be-
crazy.
Oh
No.
my god.
So I actually don't feel as bad now for what I have them. But
Okay.
Falcons, literally the same thing happened where I just kind of already had teams beating them, but like I think they're all right. So I have them losing to the Seahawks, losing to the Cowboys, beating the Bears, losing to the Packers, and then beating the Panthers, beating the Vikings, losing to the Lions, beating the Panthers again, losing to the Broncos, losing to the Saints, losing to the Raiders, losing to the Saints, beating the Chargers, and then losing to Bucks, Chiefs, Bucks, giving them a 5-11 record.
Alright.
Falcons are a weird team.
Yeah, they are a weird team. It's a good way to put it.
Because like at any moment, Matt Ryan could like be really good again, and like
Mhm.
same with like they still have Julio, who's still really good. So like, at any moment they can go off. But
They got
Mhm.
I
Todd
don't know.
Gurley now, so he might come
Oh
back.
yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right.
And they
Alright,
got
well,
Hayden Hurst for a tight end.
Hey,
right,
look at
yeah.
that.
Hmm
Hayden Hurst. Wait, wasn't he on the Ravens?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They traded him.
He either got, and I think he just signed in free agency. I think he was a free agent.
Yeah, Andrew seems to be like their option. The Ravens.
I thought Hayden Hurst was like I thought they drafted him like not too long ago. Like in
I think they
2018.
did too. They just,
I think he was just too good for like them to have him
Yeah.
and Andrews. Like he couldn't pay two decent or good tight ends.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
They're gonna
I don't know
have
if
to
they
pay
traded
Lamar
him or
soon.
what. All right. Well, for me, the Falcons. The first 9 weeks, I have them literally going win L, win L, win L, or vice versa. So I have them losing to the Seahawks, beating the Cowboys. Actually, wait, no, I lied. I got them mixed up. They beat the Bears, and then they lose to the Packers, beat the Panthers, lose to the Vikings, beat the Lions, lose to the Panthers, beat the Broncos. And they have a bye week, and they lose 3 games in a row. Lose to the Saints, lose to the Raiders, lose to the Saints. And they beat the Chargers, and they finish off the season with a 3-game loss streak. Lose to the Bucks, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Bucks, finishing off 6-10. Yeah, like we just discussed, really weird team the Falcons are. Matt Ryan is still good at 35 or 36 years old, even though he's coming to the end of his career. Sucks that he's what?
You said that like Yoda. Yeah, really weird team the Falcons are.
I know. Wait, shout out to Yoda. He can go. But yeah, yo, I don't know. It's just, yeah, like Isaiah put good. They could go off at any time, but I just, not this season though.
Alright, I actually have them. I guess you could say decent, but I have them losing to the Seahawks. And this is where the Cowboy fans are gonna be like, but I have them upsetting the Cowboys early on, and then I have them beating the Bears, losing to the Packers, beating the Panthers, beating the Vikings, beating the Lions, losing to the Panthers, losing to the Broncos, after the bye week, losing to the Saints, beating the Raiders, beating the Saints, losing to the Chargers, beating the Buccaneers, losing to the Chiefs, and then losing to the Buccaneers. I have them finishing 8-8.
I mean, yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean, they could easily do that. I mean, honestly, they could even do better. But yeah, this is definitely a team that could go literally in any direction.
Yeah. Alright. So my NFC South standings are: I have the Saints winning this division at 13-3. Then the Bucks in second place with a good chance at a wild card at 10-6. The Falcons at 8-8, and the Panthers at 6-10.
For me, I have the Saints taking the division at 13-3. Bucks going in second place at 11-5, having a really good shot at the wild card. That's pretty much a guarantee at the wild card. Then I have the Panthers at third place at 6-10, and the Falcons at fourth place at also 6-10. But the Panthers in third place to them being 2-4 in the division, and the Falcons being 1-5 in the division. So
I have the Buccaneers winning this division, 13-3. Then the Saints in second place at 12-4. Falcons third place, 5-11, and Panthers last place at 4-12.
Gotcha. I have the Saints and Bucks tying for the division. But I think it's it's a tie. It's a tie.
So they have
Then
like the same
third,
divisional record.
yeah, they have the same record, 14-2.
okay, yeah.
Then it's the Falcons, 6-10 for third, and the Panthers 5-11.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come down to the Bucks or the Saints who's ever going to win the division. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
and people are comparing the Buccaneers hype to the Browns hype. I don't understand it because these are like experienced people like Tom Brady and
Yeah.
Gronkowski, and like the Browns was a complete experiment, like bringing in new people, like a rookie head coach, which is in Steelers terms that's like freaking Fickner being our head coach, and then Baker Mayfield, like even though he was good, look how he is now. So like yeah, that was a question mark. He kind of I guess there is a question mark on Tom Brady, but he's still kind of Tom Brady, and like they have a good coach in Bruce Arians. Like they need some work on defense and other places, but still they're gonna be a good team, I think. But alright guys, that is going to do it for our NFC South predictions. Tell us what you think in the comments below. If you missed any before this, NFC North or any of the AFC, make sure you guys go check those out. And also other videos on Ascent Sports. Next time we'll be doing the NFC East. For now guys, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys all next time. Peace off. Goodbye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning.